All right, sixth grade. So this is the second video. I apologize for the debacle we had with the videos yesterday. So basically, I put it on YouTube, and when I put it on YouTube, I had put it as private, which is what I did with the first video. But for some reason, it didn't show up as private, so I changed it to public. Like today in class, we'll have time to watch the video. Because I know that some of you didn't get a chance to, just because you were able to so late last night, okay? But on Monday, we're also going to continue with finding the area of composite figures. So here's just some more practice for you, and then in this video also, I will go over the answers to what's in your packet as well, okay? So if you look at number 1 first, in your packet, we have a composite figure, and just like in the other example, we have missing sides. So I have 12 meters here, I have 14 meters here, I have 7 meters here, and I have 4 meters here. Now the difference is, when we were doing perimeter, we had to find all the sides, right? Because we were adding up all the sides together. But in this, we're finding the area. And so area is length times width. So like if I had to put a dotted line down here and I divide it into 2 different rectangles, I can go 7 times 4, length times width is 28 meters squared, okay? And over here, I just have to be careful not to take 12 times 14, because 14 goes the whole way, right? Remember, I'm just trying to find this figure here. So if I know that from here to here is 7, right? This 7 should be the same as that 7. If the whole thing is 14, then from here to here, obviously I didn't draw it quite right, but this should also be 7 meters. So when I take length times width, or base times height, I get 12 times 7 is 4, carry 1. So for this chunk, I have 84 meters squared. And again, for area, that means there's a little square that's 1 meter by 1 meter, 1 meter by 1 meter, and that means there's 84 of these that can fit inside of there, okay? So if I have this one that's 84 meters squared and this one that's 28 meters squared, my last step to find the area of the composite figure is to combine them. So I take 84 meters squared and I add 28 meters squared to it. So I get 12, carry 1 is 10, 11, okay? And so my final answer for number 1 should be 112 meters squared, okay? And that correlates with the answers that are in my answer key here, okay? Let's do one more. So one more, number 2, right next to it, I have, and I apologize, I know that's not drawn to scale, but I have a little semicircle here, and it says from here to here in the semicircle is 6 feet. Now that's important to know, because the whole way across the circle, 6 feet, that is the diameter, right? That's the diameter. So make sure that you understand that. This is 15 feet, and this is 6 feet. So if I'm not worried about the little circle, right, I don't have to worry about the 6 yet. If I'm trying to find the area of this shaded region, which is the rectangle, I would take my base times my height, which is 15 times 6. So 15 times 6. 0, carry 3, and I get 90 feet squared. So in my rectangle, I have 90 feet squared. still have to find the area of this semicircle, okay? Remember, area of a circle is pi times my radius to the second power, or radius squared. And then, since it's only a half circle, a semicircle, when I get done, I have to divide it by 2, okay? So pi is 3.14. My radius, if my diameter is 6, my radius is 3. So I take 3 to the second power, divide by 2. Okay? Order of operations. I solve my exponents first. So 3 to the second power is 9. So 3 and 1400ths times 9 is 6. Carry a 3, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry a 1. And I get 28. Okay? But then, my last step then, after I multiply these two, is to take 28 and 2600ths and divide it by 2. I know for sure that it is going to go in evenly because it's an even number. So when I take 28 and 2600ths and I divide by 2, 2 goes into 2 once. Bring down my 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Bring up my decimal point. Bring down a 2. 2 goes into 2 once. Subtract 0, 6. 2 goes into 6 3 times. So I get a total of 14 and 1300ths. 14 and 1300ths. So again, my 14 and 1300ths, I need my label, feet squared, is this little chunk right here, okay? So for a composite figure, I have to take, obviously this and combine them together. So I get 90 feet plus, make sure I line up my decimal, 14 and 1300ths of a foot, and I should get 4. So I get 104 and 1300ths. And then if you read the directions, it says to round to the nearest tenth. So remember, when we round, this is the one that could be rounded. This is the one that'll make it go up or stay the same. So to the nearest tenth, it's 104 and 110 feet squared. And that's your final answer. Okay? So now you have some time to just kind of go through and try these. I'm going to read you the answers. So when you try them, you can come back to this video and see if you got it correct. Okay? So here come the answers. So if you want to try some first, you should pause the video now and then come back to it when you do the answers. So for number 3, you should get a total of 145 meters squared. Number 4, you should get 342 and 5/10 feet squared. For number 5, you should get 189 feet squared. Number 6, you should get 87 and 5/10 centimeters squared. Number 7, you should get 58 and 6/10 inches squared. Number 8, you should get 54 and 2/10 yards squared. Number 9 should be 257 millimeters squared. Number 10 should be 69 and 5/10 feet squared. Number 11 should be 66 and 2/10 meters squared. Number 12 should be 224 and 5/10 feet squared. And for number 13, more of a real-world pool problem, you should get 592 and 8/10 feet squared. Okay? And that's as far as we're going to go with this lesson. Just making sure you know how to find the area of composite figures. Remember that the answers I just gave you are rounded to the nearest tenth. They are rounded to the nearest tenth. So make sure that you round them if you're wondering if you have a a slightly different answer, check and make sure it's just not a problem with rounding. Okay? Otherwise, we'll see you in class today. Thank you.